Good morning. Welcome to 4x8 Paper Stuff. This is Beth. We are in our Christmas journal. We're on day 12. Let's unwrap this thing and get going.
Alrighty, we're on day 12. Day 12 is reindeer, mittens, holiday mail or happy mail or mailbox. And December Daily did a lot of stuff with one of her children in a semicircle. And that just has to happen. And it was kind of like a life event, a Christmas event. And I think she kind of said Mary all the time a lot. We're going to take those prompts, that conversation, and make it our own. Okay. And I think I'm going to do I have a bunch of stuff I've pre-pulled, or whatever you call this. I don't know if I'm going to use it all. Here's different reindeers I have. Luckily, my Pear Tea sticker order just came yesterday. And I ordered some stickers that are of this reindeer on the cover of this Traveler's Notebook and in the pages. So that might happen. That's going to happen. I don't know if I'm going to mix it with those or not, or this or not, or this little reindeer stamp. I don't know how all that's going to work together. I pulled out some of these little tags that I've tried to do layers and make. I pulled out another tiny tag that I made from an old Christmas card. Is it wrong to cut up this year's Christmas cards because they're so pretty? And you can't wait till next year to use them? Don't know. I found some mittens in a picture. Here's another little layered taggy thingy I made. These I decided did not work. Okay, let's put these away. Although there is like a Christmas mail pouch. I might use that. Okay, I might save that one out. Reds, journal cards, pictures. I forgot to use this the other day, just on craft paper that I wrote and made. Don't need those, don't need those. Those go away. Move all this stuff out of your way so you're not overloaded. Yeah. And I'm in the middle of, you know, Christmas events just like everybody else, and Christmas happenings and squeezing stuff in. I went out of town, squeezing stuff back in, squeezing stuff back in, squeezing stuff back in. Trying to stay current, trying to get newsletters out for art events that I did yesterday, 2 extra art events, and about this time of year, what is today? The 12th, because I filmed these a day in advance, or a day behind, or a day in advance, whatever you want to call it. I film them a day in advance. My prompts are a day in arrears. It's all starting to go like, did I get everybody's Christmas present? Did I get... do I have time to order more on Amazon? Are they going to have anything in stock? It's cold. I'm still thinking about fires and in California. And then I think, okay, wait a minute. You got all this stuff. You're so lucky. Oh. And then it just goes into overload. And then you start picking at the skin on the side of your fingernails and all that happens. So this is my calming. This is how I calm. I think I'm just going to briefly say what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to put it in fast forward, because I'm trying to keep these things short so that people can watch them and still participate in Christmas. And I know there's a lot out there to watch right now. Blah, blah, blah. Not that I have any viewers, whatever. Okay, mittens came out of that Christmas magazine that I have, not the Daphne's Diary, but those are just begging to be used, and I thought those were gorgeous. So the mittens are going to be this. Reindeers are going to be a combination of some of all of this. My half semicircle thing is going to be a picture of which I accidentally printed twice, a picture of a quilt I'm working on that's Christmas colors and makes me happy. And then my happy mail is going to be my Pear Tea stickers order that I got yesterday. That is scrumptiddlyumptious. For example, here is the journal. Look at that tree. And then the paper's all these trees. I just love her aesthetic. I love how she does this. I love the original artwork. I love all of it. If I was crazy, which it's a real close thing to be in that way, I would do another one in this one. But I just love this. And I might hoard this right up here with Amy Tangerines. Yep, yep, yep. So, fast forward, here we go. Merry, happy 12th. Happy mail, happy stuff. mittens, and reindeer. Here we go.
So this was a struggle. Cutting out this, not so much of a struggle. I cut, and I glue, and that works out fine. Those are hand knitted mittens, but the grays and the reds all lend itself to this page. And if I had time to knit, if I wanted to incorporate another craft in my life, it would be knitting. Because I love the yarns and I love all the textiles and I love the community. Um, do I have time? No. And so that's the mitten page. The Happy Mail is going to be my order from Pear Tea Stickers, which I purchased. This is not sponsored or anything, and I don't buy and I don't sell and I don't represent. I just will mention something if I like it. I struggled trying to get all these elements worked together, and did I need to work them all together and bring in more, bring in less? Let's use the stuff you have. That all happened, and I finally got it down to one of the journal cards that I made in advance and some of the scraps of red paper from yesterday or the other day, I think yesterday, and my picture of all my Happy Mail from Pear Tea Stickers, and that little sticker that was in Daphne's Diary magazine, and it's a little bundle of mail. And that I like. It all worked together. I extended it to add a little bit of movement or whatever you want to call it, and I need to balance it out because it has a sticky back. So I put some paper on the back and cut around it to uh, do all that. And because I was going to do a tip in, and then I'm like, stupid, you're just going to glue it all down. I didn't need to do that, but whatever. So I'm going to commit these things. I'm committing my mittens, hopefully in the right direction. I'm going to commit this Happy Mail, and then I am going to work on, what do I work on? The reindeer. And again, I struggle with this. Do I add layers to it? Do I add paper in the background? There's reindeer on the paper already because that's the journal I ordered from her. Do I add these other pieces of scrapbook paper that have reindeer on them? No, 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 no. What about plain red paper? No. Well, maybe that journal. Oh, good God, that journal card is way too much. The scraps of paper are perhaps made way too much. So I'm going to do my favorite thing, as usual. Tear up the sides, put it down, use that red piece of paper, and put a reindeer on top of it. And there's enough contrast because the sticker has a white border, which is another reason why I like white borders. It kind of will break up the contrast, break up the pieces of paper, and I like how that all works. I like the watercolor on top of the paper that works with her watercolor, and the stickers, and beautiful, call it done. Love it. Now, how in the world am I going to do this half circle in a square piece? Do I combine these two pictures that I accidentally printed two of? Oh, this was a struggle. This was a struggle, and I'm gonna leave some of this. Well, I think I'll leave it in. I'll leave it in. Um, I was gonna put the two pictures together and kind of develop my quilt into a bigger piece. When I say develop my quilt, I mean that picture of my quilt that I'm making. In reality, it's 20 by 20 so far. It's going to get some borders. And trying to elongate my spread so that I have a half circle. Oh, yeah, yeah. Half circles out of triangles. No, half circles out of uh, rectangles with pieces of quilt fabric on top. The half circle was getting lost with all the square angles that I have in this piece, in my opinion, in my artistic opinion, which is zilch to none. Couldn't get something cut into the proper oval shape. Then I'm thinking it's too thin. That Hobonichi like paper is really thin that I put it on. Do I have other scrapbook paper? Well, perhaps I have a whole drawer full. Let's just elongate this or thicken this up a little bit. So I got that other piece out that has red on the back, and it's not the right color red. It's too dark. I even cut it down before I think about it any farther. Trying to cut out that circle. Oy, oy, oy. Not the right color red, in my opinion. Maybe on camera it actually looks a little bit better. But I went back through my paper, and lo and behold, I had another red. And I cut that out. Well, then I realized I wanted it on the other side. So my half circle is going in the wrong direction. and it's words. So I can't just flip it upside down. So I cut out another half circle. And I'm thinking, okay, cut out this just one piece of quilt. Maybe just put the quilt down on the fabric and put that on top and journal on the other side. Okay, that'll work. And then I'm thinking, okay, maybe I can layer this a little bit more. There was a lot of thinking going on here, and I want to use the stuff I have. I love that little cluster of scraps. Allie Edwards used a lot of the word Mary all the time. I was trying to incorporate that Mary tag. I got it to where I like it. Some layers, one quilt picture. The wording is still in the wrong direction. The semicircle has been cut in the wrong direction. Then I realized all those layers aren't really glued in, so I got to glue them back in. And then I bring in a tiny little bit of red scrap from that right side red and put it on the left side with the layers. When I discovered that nothing was glued in, they were kind of all just tucked in there, and then the staple didn't catch them all, so we fixed that. And we put our quilt piece down, and then we cut out another. We start doing our lines. Maybe make this a little bit smaller. This is where I agree. You get out a Cool Whip container, you make a half circle, and I'm like, I want to make my tip in on the other side. So I cut out another piece of red paper. This time going the right direction, the words going the right direction from the right-hand side rather than the left-hand side. And then I couldn't see it. It was like, good God, this was driving me nuts. But we finally get it. And I love, now I know why people do this. Diane Reveley from, what is that company? Ranger. Why she does these crooked lines and fat lines and skinny lines. This actually, something so simple can be so effective and attract your eye. It does me. I don't know. I really like this. This will happen more. Now, do I go from this kind of aesthetic to Jose Naranja, who is exact, and some more exact? Yes. Somewhere in the between is where I fall. All I did there was journal about the Mary that happens in my head when I have fabric and textiles in my hand, and how that happens to be my Mary. So this all came together in the end. It was not as easy as I thought it was going to be, but heck, if it was easy, everybody could do it, right? Right. I love this. And in reality, I like it. It's cutesy, it's classy, all of it together, flipping through it is amazing. So, thanks for watching. Follow me on Instagram if you want to. These are the challenges I'm working on, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye!